Super Smash Bros. Is a platforming fighter that garnered huge success because of its fun factor, competitive gameplay, and awesome character roster. Different from traditional fighting games that utilizes life bar depletion, this game encourages you to smash your opponents off the screen in order to gain a victory. The series features many characters from Nintendo's most popular franchises, including Mario, Fox McCloud, Link, and Kirby. But the game also features famous characters from other games like Sonic, Solid Snake, Mega Man, Pac-Man, and even Ryu. The series has spawned a large competitive community and has been featured in several high-profile gaming tournaments. Every title in the series has been well received by critics and gamers alike. So today, we take a gander at the 7 things that you probably didn't know about Super Smash Bros. If you learned at least one thing from this video, or just liked the video, then please leave a thumbs up. Why don't we start from the beginning? Super Smash Bros. Essentially started as the hobby project of a couple of bored Nintendo employees. It began as a prototype created by Masahiro Sakurai and the late Satoru Iwata. They created a 4-player, hilariously cheesy game entitled Dragon King: The Fighting Game. This early version of the game only featured generic dummy characters. According to Iwata, it was kind of confusing to play because all of the players looked the same. He knew that Nintendo would never greenlight such a confusing mess. So Sakurai came up with the idea of using actual Nintendo characters in the game. He figured it would be easier to communicate what he wanted the game to be if he had Mario and Donkey Kong in there. Nintendo approved the project and let them utilize licensed characters for the game. With a very small budget and a little promotion, the game was originally a Japan-only release. But due to its huge success, Smash Bros. Released worldwide. The fan favorite Captain Falcon has ties to the original version. His entire moveset was based on the techniques of the Dragon King fighters. Snake, Donkey Kong, Link, Sonic the Hedgehog, Little Mac, and Mega Man appear in another fighting game. Snake appeared in the Dream Mix TV World Fighters as a playable character. Donkey Kong appeared in Punch-Out for the Wii as a boss. Sonic appeared as a playable character in Sonic the Fighters and Sonic Battle. Link appeared in the GameCube version of Soul Calibur 2. Little Mac appeared in Punch-Out, and Mega Man has appeared in the Capcom vs. Marvel series and Street Fighter X Tekken. Honestly, what the hell kind of Mega Man is that?
I don't understand!
Hideo Kojima wanted Metal Gear Solid Snake to be included in Super Smash Bros. Melee for the GameCube, but due to time constraints, he couldn't be added to the game's roster. In an interview, Sakurai stated, "When I was developing Super Smash Bros. Melee, Hideo Kojima contacted me and practically begged me to put him in there. But at the time, we were deep in development and it was too late. Although Snake wasn't included in Melee, he would eventually be included in Brawl." You may ask yourself, why did Hideo want him in the game so bad? It was because his son was a big fan of Super Smash Bros. And wanted to see one of his father's characters in the game. Hideo said that, "My child likes Super Smash Bros., so we play it a lot together. And he told me that there's no character that you made in the game." Kojima was also hoping to expose younger players to the character. At the time, Metal Gear's The Twin Snakes was the most recent title on a Nintendo platform. Fans across the world are happy that he's included in the game. Otherwise, we wouldn't have access to this awesome Easter egg. Solid Snake can find the time to reach one of his Metal Gear Solid companions on his codec to talk about the battle. The hidden taunt can only be accessed on the Shadow Moses stage. Snake and his friends talk about various opponents, discussing their abilities and weaknesses, amongst other things. Mei Ling wants Snake to catch a Pikachu for her. Colonel Campbell calls in about the lethality of Jigglypuff's sleep move, and Otacon makes Snake want to capture a Yoshi and see what they taste like.
Now you've got me curious. How about I capture one so we can see what they taste like?
Oh, Snake.
When you're playing, make sure everyone knows not to attack until the conversation is over, as you'll probably be laughing too much to concentrate.
Lolly-loo-lay-low, lolly-loo-lay-low, lolly-loo-lay-low.
Colonel, snap out of it! Colonel! Colonel!
By the way, you can access Fox McCloud's conversation with his buddies in a similar fashion.
He's out there with no air. How's he supposed to breathe?
Ha! Way to go, Slippy. No one would have even noticed if you hadn't opened up your big yap.
There's some pretty interesting voices behind the myriad of characters in the game. The lady behind the voice for practically all Princess Peach video game appearances is Jen Taylor. She is also the voice for Zoe from the Left 4 Dead series, and more famously, Cortana from the Halo franchise. As a side note, although Jen is the voice for your Windows Phone assistant, she prefers to use an iPhone. Pat Cashman is the voice of the announcer, Crazy Hand, and Master Hand in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Pat was also the announcer for Bill Nye the Science Guy. He even acted in some of the scenes on the show. Masahiro Sakurai, one of the creators of the game, voices the character King Dedede in every Smash Bros. He's appeared in. And of course, the voice of Mario himself, Charles Martinet, is back to lend his vocals for Mario, Luigi, Wario, Waluigi, and Dr. Mario. By the way, they misspelled his name in the original credits for Super Smash Bros. On the Nintendo 64. Charles Martinet? In Super Smash Bros. Melee, there are 249 unique bonuses, but 2 of the titles of these bonuses have baffled some players as to what they actually mean. One of the bonuses is called Switzerland and is worth 12,000 points. It is obtained by not attacking other players and also not being attacked. This is a reference to the actual country, Switzerland, that has famously followed a strict policy of total neutrality since 1815. The most famous use of this doctrine is in the nation's neutrality in World War I and II. To get a star KO, you have to knock out an enemy as a star. But the Rocket KO can be attained if you star KO all opponents on a team. The Rocket KO bonus is a reference to Jesse, James, and Meowth of Team Rocket, who in the Pokemon anime usually blast off with a little star in the sky. By the way, the bonus Skid Master doesn't refer to the amount of streaks you have in your underwear right now. There's a crapload of cool Easter eggs in the series. For example, there's a cat photo in the ice stage of Pokemon Stadium 2. There's a poster of a white kitten inside of the shack in the middle. It was thought to be Masahiro Sakurai's cat before being proven false on Twitter. If you look at the cardboard box trophy, you'll notice a pair of eyes staring at you through the hole. Ugh, creepy. If you rotate the box and see what's underneath, you'll of course see Solid Snake hiding inside. In the stage Mushroom Kingdom, if you pause the game and turn the camera all the way to the right or the left, a black wall with the word danger can be seen, which is appropriate because those areas are past the side blast lines. On the bottom of the barrel cannon trophy is the message 2L8 for me. Too late for me, which is more than likely a reference to being shot from a barrel. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a thumbs up. And next time you see your buddies, you can blow their minds with some of these amazing facts.